Hello everyone, this is Super Cacti and welcome back to another LEGO video. Today we've got the Type 3 Chi-Nu. This has been suggested by a Patreon supporter of mine a while back. He really wanted to have a LEGO Chi-Nu and he asked me if I could make one, so I thought, I'll give it a go. The big reason why I actually decided to make this one is because of the turret. If you remember my Chi-Re Lego set, I made both the Chi-Re Plan 1 and the Chi-Re Plan 2, and the Plan 1 has the same turret design as that of the Chi-Nu, so I could reuse it for this set. Therefore, this set is 1 in 30 scale instead of 1 in 35. But we'll get more into the set in just a little bit. Let's get the history thing out of the way. So Type 3 Chi-Nu. Chi stands for medium and Nu stands for 10th, so this is the 10th medium tank. This might be a little bit confusing when you look at the Chi-Re, because the Re stands for 9th, but that's the Type 5 Chi-Re, and the Type 3 and Type 5 basically means in what year it was built. So Type 3, this is 1943, Type 5 is 1945. Yet the Chi-Re, which is from 1945, is the 9th medium tank, and this one from 1943 is the 10th. So I don't know really what happened there with the namings, but so be it. So this was originally a Chi-He tank chassis. Chi-He was normally just armed with a 47mm gun, but this one got a much larger turret with a 75mm Type 3 cannon. This was one of the largest guns Japan actually managed to put into their tanks. Sure, things like the Chi-Re actually got a bigger gun, but when we look at sort of like production or small scale production vehicles, the Chi-Nu was actually the one with the biggest gun, because the Chi-Re's and the other ones were prototypes. Now, this is not just, this Lego set is not just the regular Chi-Nu. I also have the Chi-Nu 2. And the history for the Chi-Nu 2 is they wanted to upgun the Chi-Nu, so they gave it a much larger cannon, this being the Type 5 75mm gun. So this one is pretty powerful. I would compare this to sort of like the guns Germany uses on their Panthers. Now, for that, for the upgunned Chi-Nu, there are sort of two sort of known versions. There is what people like to call the Chi-Nu 2, which is the one with this turret and the Type 5 cannon. And there is the Chi-Nu Kai, which is sort of a Chi-Nu with a Chi-To's prototype turret. It's a little bit confusing. I don't know the full details of it, but I thought I'd just mention it here. But this set is going to be using the same turret, just a longer gun. Keep that in mind. So I think that's most of the history actually out of the way. Let's dive into the set. So, like I said, when you buy all the parts for this set, you get enough parts to make the one with the Type 3 75mm gun, or you can make the one with the Type 5, the much longer 75mm gun. So you can choose between the Chi-Nu or the Chi-Nu 2. Also, like I said in the beginning, same turret as on the Chi-Re, so if you have seen my Chi-Re before, this is the same turret layout. Did redo the interior a little bit. When I get to updating the Chi-Re's, I'll do the exact same so that the two turrets match again. Now let's actually look at the sizes of the set. The length I'm about to tell you is for this Chi-Nu. The Chi-Nu 2 with the much longer barrels, of course, going to be a bit longer, but I thought I'd just keep it to the base model, because I think most people would want the regular Chi-Nu, like this one. So it's 22.8 centimeters long, that is 9 inches. It is 8 centimeters wide, that is 3.1 inches, and it is 14.1 centimeters high, that is 5.6 inches. But the height is mostly because of this machine gun mount, keep that in mind as well. Furthermore, the set has 677 parts. That is excluding the tracks, though. When I was looking at the parts list, I forgot to look at how many tracks it really uses. I think there was somewhere around 126 in total, if I'm not mistaken. But these tracks, they are the custom Lego tracks. They are not standard Lego. These are 1.5 studs wide. You can sort of see it here that they're not the standard Lego set, or the Lego size, sorry. And you can use them. I use blue bricks Lego tracks. This one right here. You can see them. I've got them in gray. But I normally have them in black, but they were not available, so I thought to go with gray. It looks really nice on the Chi-Nu, if you ask me. But if you have, for example, Brickmania 1.5 stud wide tracks, those work perfectly fine as well. There's one small difference between Blue Bricks and Brickmania. Brickmania tracks seem to be slightly, I think it was longer or shorter. So when you have a lot of tracks, you sometimes need one track link less for like the Brickmania tracks, but you know, it's not a very, very big difference because this Chinu is rather small, so it doesn't make the biggest amount of difference really. Now I decided to throw all the parts into a little parts list and see how much this tank would cost me if I want to buy all the parts right now. Again, this is excluding tracks, this is just parts. I came somewhere around 75 euros, as is 74 euros and 18 cents. This is without shipping, so this is just parts. And for the American people, that is $87.85 US dollars. So it's not the most expensive set I've made. Maybe it might actually be the cheapest one so far. But yeah, again, that's without shipping and without the tracks. I think in total you're going to be coming up to close to 100 euros, maybe 110. So yeah, it is what it is really. Lego is not the cheapest, sadly. Now let's go into the actual set. This is not the most play feature tank I've ever built. Also because of its largest scale, being 1 in 30, I decided to just add in more detail rather than play functions. But yeah, the turret moves all the way around, like I've been doing quite a lot during this video. The gun goes down and up as well. The Chi-Nu, this gun you see right here, and the Chi-Nu 2 gun, they use the exact same sort of mount, so they have the same elevation angles. If you put it all the way up, you can see that the roof sort of moves with it, so let's push the roof back down again. You got a machine gun at the top. Get a little bit closer over, whatever. So the machine gun can go up. No, it cannot. Damn it. Alright, we're back. A little technical difficulties. This is a very delicate turret, sadly. When you were trying, I was trying so hard to get the shapes of this turret down perfectly. It sort of hammered into the structural stability. So, like I said in the beginning, this is not much of a play set, it's more of a display set. So once you get the turret in one piece, you just sort of leave it there. So yeah, the gun can move up and down, but it's again a little bit delicate there, so I recommend not to do so. Furthermore, on the outside we have two little hatches here at the rear. These are sort of, well, in real life these were made to actually access the engine, but we don't really have an engine in here. So you have like very small little compartments. If you have some Lego tools or whatever, you're going to put it in there. There's some added details. We also have two exhausts right here on the rear. And the rear of the tank itself sort of like curved down to simulate the shape of the Chi-Nu. Now also something I decided to do was try to squeeze in a little functional suspension. So you can see it right here. Two little wheel bogies, they can just move up and down. They don't have the most amount of movement, sadly, but it is what it is. I also tried to get the so like the springs going into here, so the extra details, they are a little bit in the way of the suspension, but when you move up and down over rough terrain, you can see the suspension actually sort of working or moving around, which is quite nice. Now let's get into the next thing, which is the interior. So you can pop this entire top structure off, just like this. For some reason, some parts like the stick here and there. This is sort of like due to the Lego quality. Some of them stick to the parts more than what the other ones do. Now here we have the interior. So here we have a little bit of a detailed interior, you could say. We've got an engine, have some ammunition storages over here, and at the front, sort of where the transmission goes. There's no room for crew members in here. There are no seats. I thought the interior was a little bit too small for that. But I did decide to add in a little Lego hose, the flex tube hoses, which connects the engine to the transmission. I thought it was just nice to have a little drivetrain going through it. And honestly, that is kind of about it for this set. There's not a whole lot to add. Compared to the previous video, the OI, this is small. And honestly, that is sort of what I'm planning to do. Now, the OI was one big project, and now I'm gonna take it a little bit slow and go for smaller sets now. And as you can see, I am having a little bit of trouble trying to squeeze the entire structure back on. There we go. There it is. Also, you can see I don't have a Lego minifigure with me because I have no hatches to put the crew member into, sadly. So this is more of a display set really than anything else. I thought I'd just sort of make a smaller set now than what I usually do. So yeah, there it is, Lego Chi Nu. If you like my videos, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with friends. If you really like my Lego work, again, check out my YouTube channel. I've got way more Lego sets already published. I do have a Patreon account, so if you want to support me there, that would be very, very nice actually. On my Patreon, I post sort of work in progress or behind the scenes stuff. So this Chi Nu, I already had the parts arrived and I built the actual set, I think about a week ago. So there on Patreon, I already posted photos of the Chi Nu saying, hey, it's built now. I'm going to be making some final small little tweaks. Also, what I do there is post behind the scenes videos here and there too. So let's say I'm building a set and I've made the first version, but I'm not happy with it yet. So I'm going to be making improved versions of it before I make it online. I will make work in progress videos for the Patreon supporters to see the set I am working on. I've got 2 of those videos already on my channel, and these are public because I just sort of try to get more attention and share it with other people as well. That's for the Chiri and the OI. But again, these sets are published now, so it's not really behind the scenes videos are no longer useful for that. Anyways, hope you all have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.